My job is, as either the executive producer or the screenwriter, doesn't relate to that stuff at all. In fact, I think it's probably going to be important for me to stay very far out of that sort of thing. I'm not doing any of that. It's not going to happen tonight. So anyhow, I don't really have a lot to discuss because I've basically been doing two things all week. Let's get with it, replatforming people. Speaking of the replatforming, the coupons have gone out. You have 3 weeks to download the audiobooks, to download the ebooks, etc. Don't bother coming back later and saying, oh, well, gee, I forgot, or I deleted, etc., etc. This isn't that hard. And besides, that's not what I'm doing. The coupons not only went out, but you can go directly to the Patreon site and download them. And so there's no reason not to just do it within the 3 weeks that are there for it. And so the same thing goes, by the way, don't bother sending me any more emails about not having received invitations. Practically everybody, pretty much everybody, in fact, who is not a premium subscriber got an invitation. You might think you didn't get an invitation, but what that really means is that you don't know how to search your email. How can you say that you're certain that I was sent one? Well, it's pretty easy. The admin system is such that if you try to send someone an invitation that didn't go, or if you try to send someone an invitation, it will only send it if one has not been previously sent. If it has been previously sent, it doesn't let you do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to, when we get around to it, which will probably be in a week or so, we will just resend invitations to everybody who didn't either accept it or I didn't receive the email. And so, I wasn't sent an email. And so I went and checked every single one every single email that I received today. And with 2 exceptions, every single person had already been sent an email. And I also got a lot of emails from people who had already emailed me saying, oh, I found it, it was in this folder, it was that folder, whatever. So again, tech support is not education, all right? If you want us to keep doing what we're doing, then you can't expect us to spend the time required to educate thousands of people how to use their email system. It's very happy that people are supporting Unauthorized. It's fantastic, and I really appreciate it. But no amount of appreciation adds 12 hours to the day. And so I'm just letting you know that there's no point in, if you're a Bear subscriber, in emailing me to that effect right now. So we are going to circle around again. We're not blowing anybody off. We're going to repeatedly circle around, probably once a month, because new people are subscribing all the time. And obviously also some people are not continuing to subscribe, in which case we have to remove them from the rolls. And so, but it's I understand that it's easy to send people emails and it's easy to make requests, and most of those requests are perfectly reasonable. don't necessarily require a lot of time or effort, but the collective effort of 10, or the collective time required to deal with thousands of those things means that it's not possible. So we are done with the first draft of the Rebels Run script. I sat down and looked at the movies, said, okay, these are the superhero movies that appear to be most successful, that appear to have worked, and so forth. And then I read the scripts. We actually had two fundamental changes that are going to really make the movie in two different ways. Spider-Man is gay. Every black individual needs to be a magic Negro. We were fortunate because it's based on the alt hero comic universe, which I created, and in the entire movie, basically nothing happens. Nothing at all happens. Actors may be idiots, but there's no connection between intelligence and the ability to act. Are you going to make Owen audition? No. Owen already has plenty of acting experience, and there's a part that was written specifically for him. So there's no connection between intelligence and the ability to act. Perhaps, it'd be great if we're able to find a really high caliber cast, but we have to be realistic, and some of the stuff that he's going to have to go through is going to be pretty funny. So that I'm definitely looking forward to hearing him bitch about the filming. That should be quite amusing. But anyhow, it's been a real challenge. I didn't realize it was going to be this challenging because I've pretty well proven that I can write in almost any medium. I've written short stories. I've written epic fantasy novels. I've written nonfiction. I've written science fiction. I've even, I even turned out 2 cantoses of Dante pastiche, which John Derbyshire actually complimented and said was really good. So I was thinking, writing a movie script, piece of cake. I thought it would be just trivially easy, and much to my surprise, it was a little tougher than I thought. Anyhow, that's really all I had tonight. I just thought, I've been working on this stuff. I know some of you are interested in this sort of thing. I know some of you are actually Rebels Run investors, and so I just thought it might be interesting to discuss that a little bit at some point in time. In fact, probably once the movie is out, I'll do dark streams with people like Chuck, people like the director, maybe even a couple of the actors at some point in time. So anyhow, thanks for tuning in. This is the Dark Stream, and I'm Vox Day. Have a good evening.